Welcome back to FNM Modern at GameSwap in Mason, Ohio. Brought to you by Top Deck Productions. For round 3, we have the unfortunate matchup of Infect
terrible matchup
versus
here.
Soul Sisters.
So folks, in case you didn't know, the way this one goes is my name's Infect and I'm gonna fuck you up, and Soul Sisters says, all right, that's fine, let's go to game 3.
Game 3?
Yeah,
you think they're getting that far?
Yeah, you skip the first 2 and then you say, can we play game 3, and you can switch decks. Yeah, this is I mean, Michael does have Lightning Helix and Path.
Sure.
And he also has Blood Moon, and Blood Moon can be very good against Infect.
Yeah, that turns off their Noble High. Oh, wait.
No, yeah, so it turns off the Inkmoth Nexus. They don't have a lot of basics. Blood Moon is typically very good against Infect, especially Black-Green Infect. I'm not sure what version of Infect Kevin is on.
Probably
he played Black-Green last
Blue-Green?
week.
Oh, okay, really?
Yeah, and Blood Moon's really good against Black-Green because they can almost never cast a Phyrexian Crusader through a Blood Moon.
That's probably true.
But okay, we'll see the turn 1 Legion Loyalist. That seems fine, I guess.
Well, the
so Kevin's got a Blighted Agent here for turn 2 if he has the land. Michael needs to path that thing.
yeah, definitely.
Or,
and hope
or
that
Lightning
it
Helix
doesn't
or
have
something.
Apostle's Blessing or whatever.
Now look at our fancy poison counter we have here. At Top Deck Productions, we are so professional, you can't even tolerate it. Look at that poison counter.
Well, we also have the scoreboard poison counter.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, the little
We're
zeros
on it.
there. Yeah, it's worthwhile for us to count Kevin's Infect counters because Michael might have a Tainted Strike out of the sideboard.
Who knows? Or maybe he has a...
he brings in fire to fight fire with
maybe
fire.
he has Spellskite and he redirects the Tainted Strike.
Sure. Yeah, does that work? I don't think that. Maybe he has the Skithyrix, the Blight Dragon. Manamorphose,
Well,
Manamorphose.
He had the Lightning Helix for Blighted Agent, and this start is actually pretty aggressive for Soul Sisters. It's getting in there for 4 on turn 3.
Yeah, Lightning Helix, like we said on the Blighted Agent there, is good. Now, Kevin does have a Glistener Elf in hand, but he's going to have to actually find a way to get through blockers.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he has an Apostle's Blessing. Looks like he's got a Serum Visions and a Might of Old Krosa. Obviously, he's got a bunch of other cards.
He drew an Inkmoth there, which is actually pretty important since he did not yet hit his 3rd land drop.
Yeah, so I don't think you can afford to play out the Glistener here. I think you have to play a Hierarch if you have it. Oh, so okay, so he gets his land right. He's got the Inkmoth land drop, so he can Apostle's Blessing.
Is that a Disrupting Shoal in his hand?
Yeah, this is actually very... So, for those of you who don't know, Infect is actually always a good deck. And for those of you that say it's bad right now, I kind of disagree. There's been a couple of MTG 5.0 lists on MTG Goldfish that are running Disrupting Shoal and Serum Visions. So you can counter 1-drops for 0 mana, which is pretty sweet. Take a look at these. There's been quite a few in the past few weeks.
Yeah, I think I've
Goldfish.
seen that Infect list were posting 5.0s, but I didn't actually pay attention to what was in the deck.
Yeah, so Disrupting Shoal is basically a Force of Will, but you have to exile a blue card that's equal to the mana cost of what you're countering. So you can exile other Disrupting Shoals to counter 2-drops. You can exile Serum Visions to counter 1-drops. It's not bad. I like this version of Infect a lot.
So, rather unexpectedly, Kevin just blocked a Johnny's Primate with his Glistener Elf.
Maybe he's just expecting to win off of Inkmoth here. I mean, he kind of has to win off Inkmoth.
Yeah, I guess. Well, he just did 2 poison damage there with the Inkmoth.
So it's possible he's planning to blow out Michael with the Disrupting Shoal here, but Michael just drew a path, so Kevin will have to Disrupting Shoal a 1-drop blue card, which it doesn't look like he has. Looks like he has Disrupting Shoal and no other blue cards. Am I reading that right?
I don't think he has other blue cards.
But he does have Blossoming Defense. He has 2 Blossoming Defense, Might of Old Krosa, Disrupting Shoal, but no other blue card.
So he'll probably win next turn.
Well, not next turn because he has to pay mana to activate the Blink Moth.
Oh, you're right. Well, so
he doesn't have that much damage.
Yeah, you can do 8. Might of Old Krosa's +4/+4 +3/3.
So yeah, so he activates for a forest. He Might of Old Croesus for 1, and then Blossoming Defense in response to the path.
What is the damage from Might of Old Croesus?
Yeah, it's +4/+4, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, so he can get exactly 8 here, assuming Michael doesn't have 2 paths.
Yeah.
I guess he can just take 6 as well. That would be a more heads-up play. Yeah, so ends that path. He's got the Blossoming Defense.
Yep, so that's the way to play it by Michael.
But I think he may now die to these creatures. I don't think he's at 12.
I don't think he does. Oh, you don't think he's at 12 life?
No, I think he's lower.
He's at 7. So 1,
Okay, so
2.
he's only attacking for 5, so I guess it's not quite lethal unless he can gain 2 instances of life.
Yeah, I can't quite tell what's in Michael's hand.
He's got a Ranger of Eos, I see that, a land.
Yeah, that's not going to be helpful here.
So I think Michael just has to play 2 creatures, right? Wow!
Yeah, no, he can't do enough damage.
All right.
He couldn't
get the 2
shell out
creatures.
7 damage.
So the game was a little bit closer than I expected. Infect still won.
Yeah, this matchup is just brutal. Kevin had a great draw there, though. I mean, he had 3 threats. He watched 2 of them die. Had a hierarch. The last threat is evasive with flying. It has all the pump spells. It's Infect doing its thing.
The block with the Glistener Elf, that seemed kind of strange. Actually won in that game as if he
it did. It saved him the life total. Yeah, so heads up play by Kevin, knowing that he could win the game on the back of the Inkmoth Nexus with flying. I mean, frankly, in retrospect, Glistener Elf is just not good here because your opponent has so many blockers.
Right.
In fact, my understanding is that a lot of these, in fact, I should have mentioned this earlier, these MTG Goldfish lists I've been seeing, most of the ones that I saw 5-0 actually were cutting Glistener Elf altogether. They were only playing evasive Infect creatures, Inkmoth Nexus, Blighted Agent, and then black for Plague Stinger.
Right, okay, the flying one, yeah.
And so that way they can cut all the Apostle's Blessing to get through blockers and just play the Disrupting Shoals.
Yeah.
So I'm a little surprised to see a Disrupting Shoal Glistener Elf list. It doesn't quite make sense to me, at least from that perspective. But because if you don't have the Apostle's Blessings, you can't get through blockers with Glistener. And if you have Apostle's Blessing, Disrupting Shoal, you probably don't have that confluence of blue cards.
Right. So I wonder if Michael brings in his Blood Moons here.
Yeah, could do Blood Moon. Blood Moon's very good, especially on the play. It's less good on the draw here, but it's fine on the play. I think it's worthwhile for Michael to bring in Wear and Tear, and here's why. Wear and Tear can blow up an Inkmoth Nexus. It can also blow up a Wild Defiance, and Wild Defiance is surprisingly one of the cards that Kevin, if he has, definitely wants against a deck running red burn spells. So I like Wear and Tear for Michael, but that's kind of a niche pick here.
Yeah.
Hopefully Michael just, if he has pass number, 3 and 4, maybe he probably has all 4 on the main board. Ghostly Prison could be good. Ghostly Prison actually shuts down.
Yeah, I was thinking about
Infect.
an effect like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Infect on the draw doesn't do very well against Ghostly Prison.
I wonder if he has Ghostly Prisons though.
Yeah, you never know. There could be some. Do you think you want something like Eidolon of Rhetoric?
Is that?
That's
spell?
Yeah, that's the Aethersworn Canonist. That makes it so your opponent can't cheese you with multiple protection spells.
It might be alright, I don't know.
But I don't know. This matchup just seems tough.
Carson Luter, thank you for the follow.
Michael could have a Sudden Shock?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I guess we'll find out. Looks like a very non-interactive hand from Michael here. Maybe he's just going to try to beat his opponent to death.
Yeah, Champion's a good way to do that. Gets a +1/+1 counter.
But it's hard to race Infect. So
that is true.
We'll see.
So Kevin revealing that he had a Glistener Elf there. Playing the Noble Hierarch though.
Maybe that was like an intentional reveal, like he's trying to get his opponent to think that, oh, I've only got one guy. I don't even know. I have seen people do that, like, you know, when someone's on, like, they have, like, 2 cards in hand, and they're, like, in a late game stall, you can accidentally drop the land and make your opponent just think you're on lands even when you're not,
right.
You know? I've seen it. I've seen people do it.
Ooh, so here's the second champion and Norin. Yeah, so this is going to be pretty aggressive. Just going to be triggering Norin every turn, attacking.
Yeah, so it looks like it's a 3-turn clock from this point, right? But the question is...
That was quite the matscapade right there.
The question is, won't Infect just be faster than this if Michael doesn't find a removal spell?
Well, maybe, but since he did not have the turn 1 Infect creature, I guess if he can kill him the turn he attacks with his creature.
So now he can... So Kevin can play land and a Hierarch and hold up a protection spell, meaning he'll have 2 Exalted triggers and 2 mana next turn.
I think you changed the wrong life total. I don't think Michael's at 14.
I'm pretty sure we're going to see Kevin play out the second Hierarch here. I think that has to be the correct play.
Yeah, maybe just a block.
No, just to win next turn with that much Exalted and mana.
I don't know if he can hope to win through. I mean, if Michael does nothing on his turn, right, he just leaves up 2 mana. I guess you can just go for it, but it seems kind of risky. Because these things are very big. One's a 5/5, one's a 4/4. Like, if you don't win next turn...
Yeah, I guess it depends on whether or not Michael has Distortion Strike. That's one of the tech cards I saw in these blue lists that were skimping on Apostle's Blessing. They were running Distortion Strike because it's blue for disrupting Shoal. So maybe, you know, if Kevin doesn't have if Kevin doesn't have the Distortion Strike, he can't get through these champions, and maybe Michael leaves one back.
He has a blue card in hand. It may be a Distortion Strike.
Oh, it's an Echoing. Oh my
Truth,
gosh, he can Echoing Truth these champions. Oh my god, he's gonna Echoing Truth both champions. Oh my god, this is gonna be brutal.
At first I thought it was Hurkyl's Recall. I was like, that doesn't make any sense unless you wanted to bounce like the mirrors off the Genesis Chamber or something. Yeah. But this makes a lot. Yeah, Echoing Truth. Whew.
Guys, you're about to see something just absolutely brutal here. I think Kevin might just. I think he just drops his Echoing Truth and wins, right?
That might be the case.
Oh my god, this is gonna be so. He's just gonna be like, oh yeah, sure, put counters on these things. Yeah, go for it. Put all the counters you want on them. Count them. You know, stack them up.
So Michael has a Suture Priest here.
Which Suture Priest doesn't do a lot. It helps your clock a little bit, but the life gain's irrelevant.
Woo! Oh, Michael is
not happy
about that one.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Echoing Truth is like the blue Maelstrom Pulse. Okay, we got it up on the screen here. Brutal, just brutal.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, man.
That is a very good good sideboard tech here. Here comes Norin, and one of the Norin falls to Legend Rule. One of the rare times you'll see a Norin die.
Yeah, Norin may be afraid, but it keeps him alive.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Mario made a great point there. I assume the Echoing Truth was for the Genesis Wave tokens, but it was fine there.
Yeah.
Just fine.
Genesis Chamber tokens.
Sorry, Genesis. What did I say?
Wave.
Oh, yeah. He didn't bring an Echoing Truth for Genesis Wave, that's for sure.
Well, we're on triple Hierarch now.
Yeah, so triple Hierarch can actually go on the beats by itself. Just swing with a 3/4.
It's also making this guy a 4/4.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Kevin is down to 2 cards, one of which is a Blighted Agent and a land. So he doesn't really have too much action, but the Blighted Agent getting through with the triple Exalted trigger might be enough.
Yeah, well, and at this point, he can actually just swing with multiple creatures if he's worried about, you know.
Yeah.
So the Exalted triggers are nice gravy, but you don't want to get blown out by spells if you don't have protection. So I wonder if he just fires up all 3 of these Infectors.
That Echoing Truth.
God, Echoing Truth.
That one's going to echo in Michael's memories for quite a while.
That's right. Oh, man. So who said at the beginning of this that Infect was bad? Deck is good.
Did someone
Just-
say that?
Yeah, someone said Infect is bad, and I'm like, I don't know.
Maybe they just meant it's like, you know, degenerate.
It's not. So sure. It's not as good as it used to be, obviously, because you lost Gataxian Probe and Fatal Push got printed. But that's none of that really matters. I mean,
Blossoming Defense also got printed.
yeah, they picked up Blossoming Defense, which is a huge card, and there's always ways to tech around that. You know, Disrupting Shoal is a killer card. There's no arguing that.
I hope we see a crucial Disrupting Shoal come through. That would be pretty impressive.
So we'll see the champion come back down. I think we see Kevin just not fire. I think he just swings with the Blighted Agent and the Flyer here. Leave back the Glistener
Flyer.
Elf.
Oh, the Ink Moth.
The Ink Moth
yes.
Nexus.
No, he's just getting in there with Blighted Agent. Takes 4. And just going to pass the turn. So, last we knew Kevin had just the land in hand. I'm not sure what he drew for the turn there.
So Mentor of the Meek from Michael Riccella. That's not the card you want. It's just like slow and dirtily.
Yeah.
If you can draw cards off it and find a removal spell, that's fine, but you're like tapping out for nothing here.
Well, these things are certainly big. Back to where they were before they got echoed.
Yeah, but Kevin's got Hierarchs to block for days.
Right.
Yeah, I say you just block with the Glistener Elf too, make one of them smaller.
So he's just going to block the large one with Glistener Elf. Take 4, go to 7. No one returns. Michael is not going to pay, so he's bluffing having a path here. Don't know if he actually does. Kevin did draw a Blossoming Defense last turn.
Yeah, so that's actually lethal here. Kevin will swing for... Kevin swings for 4, cast Blossoming Defense. That's 10 Infect right there.
Unless Michael has a
path is the last card.
He drew a he just drew back-to-back Blossoming Defenses off the top.
Easy money.
Kevin is one of the luckiest.
Yeah, we've seen Kevin luck out quite a bit.
Every time he's on camera, he has like the best hand, perfect spells.
Yeah. Well, guys, there's that. Infect is still a deck.
Yeah. Of course, this matchup not great for Soul Sisters. Gaining a bunch of life, not too relevant against Poison.
We could try to get a second match for you.
Yeah.
We'll look around. There's about half the round left, so because that went pretty quick. So don't go away. We'll try to get a second match. We'll let you know soon if we can or not.
We might catch a match during sideboarding or something. So that was part of our round 3. Stay tuned. We'll get another match.